The old mannequin factory was my new gig. 10 hours a night, just me, my flashlight, and 1,000 plastic people staring into the dark. Sounds creepy, right? But the pay was good, and honestly, after a week, it just got boring. The real dread wasn't the silence, it was the thought of doing this for the next 20 years. That was until tonight. I was doing my second-floor sweep, the beam of my flashlight cutting through the thick, dusty air. Heads, arms, torsos, all piled up in corners or standing in eerie, silent groups. It was around 2 a.m. when I heard it. A soft, rhythmic sound. Scrape, drag, scrape, drag. It was coming from the floor above me, the assembly level. My blood ran cold. The building was supposed to be empty. The front gate was locked and I had the only key. I radioed in, my voice trembling slightly. "Dispatch, this is Guard 7. I've got a possible intruder on the 3rd floor. Over." The radio crackled back to life. "Copy, 7. No alerts on our end. Are you sure? The wind can play tricks in that old place." "I'm sure," I said, my hand tightening on my heavy-duty flashlight. The scraping stopped. My heart hammered against my ribs. Maybe it was just the wind. Maybe I was just tired. I took a deep breath and started heading for the stairs to the 3rd floor, deciding to prove myself wrong. The stairs groaned under my weight, each step echoing in the vast emptiness. As I reached the 3rd floor landing, the smell hit me. It was coppery and foul, like old meat left out too long. I clicked my radio again. "Dispatch, I'm on the 3rd floor. There's a really bad smell up here." Static. No response. I swept my light across the assembly room. This was where they used to put the mannequins together. Metal hooks and chains dangled from the ceiling, swaying gently, and in the center of the room, my light landed on something that made my stomach churn. It was a mannequin, but it wasn't plastic. It was assembled from different parts. But the parts weren't plastic. The skin was pale and waxy, dotted with freckles and old scars. Stitches, crude and thick, held the limbs to the torso. It was wearing a tattered dress and its head was tilted at an unnatural angle. Its eyes were open, glassy and familiar. They were the same shade of blue as the barista who served me coffee every morning. A wave of nausea hit me. I stumbled backward, my hand flying to my mouth. I had to get out. I fumbled for my radio, my fingers slick with sweat. "Dispatch, dispatch, come in. I need police. Now." The only reply was the hiss of static. Then behind me a voice whispered, so close I could feel the breath on my neck. "Do you like my art?" I spun around, flashlight beam shaking wildly. A tall, gaunt figure stood in the shadows, just beyond the reach of my light. He was wearing an old, blood-stained factory uniform. In one hand he held a long, curved needle, the kind used for upholstery. In the other he held a human arm, pale and limp. He took a slow step forward. "I'm a sculptor, you see. I was the best they had here. But they didn't appreciate true artistry. They preferred cheap, lifeless plastic." I backed away, my feet tripping over discarded mannequin parts. Who are you?" I stammered. He smiled. A chilling, joyless expression. "They called me the assembler. I just wanted to make something real. Something with character. Each piece tells a story, don't you think?" He gestured with the needle towards the grotesque figure in the center of the room. Like her. She had such lovely eyes. Always in a hurry, that one. Never took the time to appreciate the little details. My mind raced. The missing persons reports. The barista, the mailman, the student from the nearby college, he wasn't just killing them, he was collecting them. "You're insane," I choked out, my back hitting the cold brick wall. "Insane?" He chuckled, a dry, rattling sound. "No. I'm a perfectionist. My collection is almost complete. I just need a few more parts." His eyes, dark and hollow, landed on me. "And you have such steady hands. Perfect for the final piece." He lunged. I dodged, my flashlight crashing to the floor, plunging us into near darkness. I scrambled on all fours, my hands sliding through something wet and sticky. The coppery smell was overwhelming. I could hear him behind me, the scrape drag of his feet, the sound of the needle tapping against the concrete floor. I found the stairs and scrambled down, not daring to look back. I burst through the ground floor doors and into the main lobby. The exit was just 50 feet away. Freedom. I fumbled with the key, my hand shaking so badly I could barely fit it into the lock. The bolt slid back with a loud thud. I threw the door open and sprinted out into the cold night air, not stopping until the factory was a dark silhouette against the skyline. I've been sitting in my car for hours now, the engine running, the doors locked. The sun is starting to rise. The police finally answered. They said they're on their way. They keep telling me to stay calm, that they'll handle it. But as I look back at the factory, I can see a figure in one of the third-floor windows. It's not moving. It's just standing there. And it's not a mannequin. It's him. The assembler. He's holding something up to the glass. It's my flashlight. He gives a slow, deliberate wave. He's not running. He's not hiding. He's waiting. He knows I saw his art. And I think he wants me to come back to see the finished collection. He knows I can't just forget. And the most terrifying part? He knows where I live. My ID with my address is still in my locker, back inside the factory. Thanks for watching. If this story sent a chill down your spine, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more tales from the dark. Stay safe out there, and always check who you're working with. You never know who's watching.